If Saratoga is anything like Toronto today, they're in for a rainy one. Maybe some thunderstorms for the Thursday card. I'm going to give you kind of a pick five ticket, early pick five today. I like that sequence quite a bit. And I want to go into one race in depth. So to sort of show you some different things I like to do. Race number 5 is what I'll look at, but kind of go through the earlier races here in the early pick 5 sequence. So we'll start with race number 1 today. This one on the main track, mile and an eighth. You know what? I mean, I waved the white flag in this race. There is just not a lot going on here. $1 million horse, you could buy him today for 20. I don't even think I'm going to put the Mike Maker, although the barn is doing really well right now. These are the kind of horses that I don't know. Maybe you want to throw them in. On my main ticket, I'm just going to put the 7-horse Mo Heat in. He looks like the most obvious. I don't have a ton of confidence in him, but if he does anything close to this last race, he should win. My backup play in there will be the unknown, the two-time starter who's been on the turf. The value chain. I like the fact that Irad sticks here. He's ridden the horse both starts, and so he stays. That's interesting to me. So 7 on the main ticket, back up with the 8. The 5 Bourbon Rising. Don't you just feel like he's had too many chances? I mean, he'll win one of these times. Same with Johnny Pump. But I'm going to go kind of narrow in that opening race. Might be a mistake. Race number 2, we'll see. Hopefully this one stays on the grass at a mile. The 1 Cold Hard Cash gets onto my ticket for Linda Rice. The last race was good. Showed, decent early speed. Was in the race at least. And now the cut back to a mile, I think, is good. He's only turfed a couple of times, so, he looks like he could go from there. The likely favorite, probably the 7-horse. That one will be on my ticket, Straw into Gold. Good effort in the Manila. Obviously, this 3-year-old has enough to win this race. I don't want to key him, though. I'm going to throw in the 8-horse Honor Up as well. Honor Up as kind of a price horse. If he hadn't done anything different since the last couple of starts, I wouldn't include him. But the fact that they went out and gelded him, I'm okay with that. I'm sure he wasn't, but I'm okay with that. Manny Franco back. He's ridden this horse before. There's been a couple. He's been in some rugged spots, right? Like this, he completely fits in this 45 claimer. Race number 3. So I've got the 1, 7, and 8 on the ticket there. Race 3, the 1, 2, and 6 are the 3 that I'm going to put on. This one again a grass race. Hopefully still on by then. The 1 Dante's Fire coming off of, this horse can close. He's got to get going a little earlier. Again, the Mike Maker horses, we'll watch them. The barn is doing everything right now. Second start at this level, so I'll give him one more chance. It's like, today's the day, and then, I don't know. The 6-horse Montauk Summer gets on the ticket, too, for another Christophe Clement horse. Second off the shelf. This is a turn back in distance, which I kind of like. You don't find those when you're going a mile and 16th very often, but he went the 1.25 miles last time out. Showed good speed until he got caught late at a huge price. The horse had been getting played before. He was just in an impossible spot last time, and I thought he ran really, really well. So I kind of added him late. I wasn't too fussy about him, but I did add him in late. Oh, the 2-horse was my third choice, or my second choice in there, actually. Mystery Bank. I might be tempted to bet this horse to win. I don't know. There's one of 2 things going on here with Mystery Bank. Either he doesn't like Safi Joseph, or he doesn't like Gulfstream. It's one of the 2, because Safi had this horse and he was really going just very average races. Switches over to the Noda stable, gets onto Saratoga and Belmont. And these 3 races here, any one of those would be enough to win this race, I think. Avoid claim here. Back to Safi, back to Gulfstream, back to being completely average. So I don't know, sometimes you'll see those kind of races where it's one of those things. I hope it's not that he doesn't like Safi, that he actually just likes the Naira circuit. I'm concerned, but I'll find out with him on my ticket because the odds should be worth having him on there. So 1, 2, 6 there. Race number 4, I'm going to probably, like the main ticket will have just 1 horse on there, and it's going to be the 8-horse, the Queen's Jewels. This one, 6.5 furlong sprint. We're looking at 12.5 claimers. Yeah, these ones can be tough, but the Queen's Jewels, if he comes back out, that's the problem. These horses don't often come back out and do what they just did. They go back and forth. We're getting to switch over to Lescano, which has been good for Mercan. He just fits at this level. I mean, you claim for 20, you try for 32 and run a good race, you're in for 12.5. Those are serious warning signs, but if they win a barn too, the barn the barn usually does good at this meet. So I will put him on the main ticket, but I'll back him up with a couple of others in some smaller tickets. The 6 Vineyard Sound, I would be way more excited about this horse if he hadn't been a vet scratch on July the 10th. But the fact that, you know, Linda will do this too. She ran July the 3rd and then had him entered on the 10th and scratched out. But again, dropping back to a level where he should have won this race, right? Like he was the favorite and got the front. Yes, he had to battle a bit. Yes, the track was sloppy, but he loves a wet track. You just feel like this was the day. I don't know. And then the move back up to an impossible spot. I'll throw him in, though. I really don't like playing those kind of horses. The 5-horse Bronzed, he's a huge question mark in this field for me. If Bronze comes back to be anything of the shadow of his former self, but he hasn't run since 2019, so play him at your own peril. But Rudy Rod has excellent stats with horses off of long layoffs, for sure. Okay, this is a race I wanted to take a little bit of a closer look at. 1, 7, and 9 are the plays for me. I'm going to throw the 6 in on a smaller ticket. The 1 Triple Americano. These are maiden 25s. His second start here. This last race was good. You just don't lay these kind of horses off, though. They're maiden claimers. You've already done the dropping. You tried, but it didn't work out earlier on. You know, now he's been freshened. Maybe they were just waiting for Saratoga. Maybe they felt he would run better here, but you just don't notoriously rest these kind of horses. I'll put him in, though, because the inside post position, I think, works to his advantage. This horse just isn't fast enough. This horse doesn't seem fast enough. Same story for this one. They need to improve. David Donk, first-time starters, just not really his gig. The 6 Ravizol, I'll throw him in onto the smaller ticket. This race, he really didn't show anything, but he didn't seem to be handling the grass whatsoever. The problem is this is kind of a turfy family. The dam had to drop to a 4,500 claimer to get her victory. Actually, no, this wasn't the turfy family. I was looking at something else. This is like not much family to go on. So I don't know what this horse is. Might not be anything. Shinjuku is one that quite interests me. This one 5-2, so you know he's going to get played. But you're dropping out of a maiden allowance. Obviously, horses like this, even if they finished 5 billion lengths behind, the first time they go in for a claiming tag, you throw them in. You have to. That's just such a significant drop. The 8-horse Sugar Plum King, I can't even fathom enough improvement off of that first start to get him on. The 9 Flipping Fun will be my other horse that I'm using. The Tampa starts were okay. I mean, he's done some okay things. He's done a lot of sort of not okay things. You get Jose Ortiz for the 3rd start in a row. Again, this is like the horse I mentioned earlier. He's doing something different. They gelded him since that last start. He can close up. This race here was good. Now he's going route to sprint, which he tried back here when they ran him. Tampa went longer. He showed speed. Came back, hit a muddy track, unfortunately. Maybe he just doesn't like the mud. The next start, though, was pretty good. So I think this is a good move for him. It's certainly a decent move for the stable route to sprint, you know, with a very nice ROI and a decent 18%. The Potts barn looking to get off the schneid here. Again, I would throw this horse in, but I can't fathom that kind of improvement happening. Second Fortune's made a couple of little moves. I like Bob Dunham. He can sneak one in there once in a while that you don't really think has a chance, but this horse just gets so far back. I can't see the pace collapsing enough. So that's how I'm playing that, and we'll see how that works out. So I've got 7 in the first leg, covering with the 8, going 1, 7, 8 in race 2, 1, 2, 6 in race 3. King the 8 in race number 4, but a couple smaller tickets with the 5 and 6, and then 1, 7, 9 in race number 5. And with a little play to the 6. It's a good sequence. Hopefully the rain holds off. So enjoy Saratoga today on this Thursday. Best of luck.